Elizabeth Monroe helped shape the United States in a quiet but meaningful way through her role as First Lady. She brought dignity, order, and a more formal social style to the White House, helping define how the president's family could represent the nation. At a time when the United States was still young, her presence helped strengthen the country's image both at home and abroad. She showed that influence does not always come from political speeches or official power. Sometimes it comes from the way a person carries themselves, treats others, and sets an example. A famous idea connected to this era is James Monroe's description of the United States as a new house with liberty as its greatest treasure. That idea fits Elizabeth Monroe's legacy because her life reflected the values of respect, responsibility, and public service. God's part in this kind of influence can be understood as the source of character, purpose, and wisdom. When a person believes their gifts come from God, they are more likely to use them to serve others instead of seeking praise. That is what makes someone a positive influencer. Not popularity, but the ability to uplift, encourage, and guide people toward what is good. Elizabeth Monroe is a useful example because she influenced the culture around her without needing to dominate it. Her life reminds us that true influence is often calm, steady, and honorable. To be a positive influencer like Elizabeth Monroe, a person should lead with grace, humility, and kindness. That means speaking respectfully, treating people with dignity, and using your position or talents to help others rather than impress them. A positive influencer listens before judging, encourages before criticizing, and tries to build trust instead of division. Elizabeth Monroe's example teaches that even quiet leadership can have lasting results. She helped shape the early identity of the White House by showing that public life should include composure, self-control, and respect for tradition. In the same way, anyone today can be a positive influence by being consistent in their values, honest in their actions, and thoughtful in how they affect others. Faith can strengthen this kind of living by reminding a person that their gifts are not just for themselves. When you believe God has given you influence, you use it with care. You become someone who lifts people up, sets a good example, and leaves a better impact on the world. Elizabeth Monroe's legacy shows that a meaningful life is not measured only by fame, but by the good example you leave behind.